Hey, y'all, welcome to the Blue Plate Special. It is real live music right here in beautiful downtown Knoxville, Tennessee. And once again, we're hanging out here inside Visit Knoxville. Feel free to come join us if you like, but if you can't be here today, know that you can watch it streaming live right now from our Facebook page or the WDVX YouTube channel. So we have two acts for you here today on the show. Falllift back with us again today, and they'll be up the second half of the show today. To get things started, well, he's based right here in East Tennessee. Y'all give a great big welcome to John Tirro to the Blue Plate Special.
Thank you. Well, I'm going to dedicate this first song to Lola, the wonder dog that Falllift brought along. They're very good-looking dog. And it's, for Lola. Jack works the counter at the corner market. His constant companion is Lucky Joe. Lucky's a mutt with the saddest eyes. Jack sneaks some beef jerky when business is slow. Whoa. Jack's left shoulder shows a rope and anchor, the purple Pearl Harbor from the Second World War. Jack's right arm has a dancing girl. If he wiggles his fingers, she'll dance once more. Whoa. If you got time, old Jack will tell you what's on his mind, besides the weather and news. Between the beans and the cigarettes he'll sell you, he'll say what lasts in life, dogs and tattoos. Well, Jack once loved a gal named Sally who left him standing by the Liberty Bell. He's still got her name written on his chest, and he'll show it if you get to know him well. Jack maintains if dogs lived longer, your first would last you till the very end. And Jack throws back his head and laughs, says a tattoo dog be the perfect friend. Whoa. If you got time, old Jack will tell you what's on his mind, besides the weather and news. Between the beans and the cigarettes he'll sell you, he'll say what lasts in life, dogs and tattoos. You just can't lose good dogs and tattoos. Oh, he says, ain't that right, Lucky Joe? Ain't that right, Lucky Joe? That's an entirely fictional song based on many real-life situations. It was briefly recorded by Randy Travis back in his heyday. His entire team thought he shouldn't do it, but somebody got it to his bus driver, And he heard it and thought, I've got to do this song. And I actually got to hear an advance copy of it because my co-writer, Tia Sillers, was married to somebody who worked at the record label at the time. And she got to hear the final version. It was kind of a good news, bad news situation. Good news, here's the master. Bad news, it didn't make the record. This is back in the days of cassettes, and she pulled every inch of that tape out of that cassette and stomped the case, so there was no possibility of my hearing it. But that's all right. It sounded so good. And, still like the song. Now, all right, this one is one that I wrote with a sweet man named Jim Obeid, who I think brought the idea. And at the time, I had a friend who was going through a rough divorce situation, and I don't know what it was for Jim writing the song, but for me, it was just trying to write something encouraging to a friend who was really circling the bowl, And I'll tell you, things did, in fact, as the song suggests, turn out very well for him. A lot of things went well, including a whole nother relationship. Think you'll never stop crying, you'll never leave your room again. Inside it feels just like you're dying. Sometimes you wish you would, at least the pain would end. You don't know it, time is your best friend. You've got what it takes to make it through this day. Hearts don't really break, it just feels that way. There's someone drowned behind all the rain. It just feels that way. No, you won't lay down and die from the pain. It just feels that way. You can't sleep without dreaming, so you're not sleeping at all.
This is John Tirro with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. So let's go back a ways with you, because you're new to us here on the Blue Plate Special. So where'd you grow up?
I grew up all over the place. I was born in Chicago, and then I lived briefly in Italy and Kansas, and then I had a nice long sort of Tom Sawyer stretch in Durham, North Carolina, just kind of free-range childhood. And then I learned to drive in Connecticut, so look out. And then my whole adult life has been Tennessee. So the first 5 years of that was Nashville, and then the last 30 so far is here, Knoxville.
All right, so that makes you Knoxvillian.
I think so.
I think so.
Yep.
25 years, makes you an antique in in the world of things, and I would say 30 years makes you a resident.
Yeah, can't drive as fast, but.
So, your family appreciated music.
Oh yeah, it was everywhere. Yeah.
And where did your love for music begin?
Oh, well, so an initial love for it was just because my parents would play and sing. Everyone played clarinet besides me. Everybody played piano. And my dad would put a little sheet of paper with the notes behind the keys and just line out Mary had a little lamb for me. But then I committed to piano lessons, and they said if they got me lessons that I would have to stick with it, and I had no idea they meant for 6 years because I was only 5. I did not love it after that for a long time, and the first time I loved it after that was, I think might have been in junior high school. There was an electric piano in the auditorium, and I just snuck in to play, and I played this piece by Asia. And these two girls came in and said, "Play it again." And that thus began my true love for music. And it
I've
turned
heard
out
that
to be useful.
story before, y'all. Usually it's by lead guitar players, but it's generally the girls that bring the interest of music around.
It's true.
To a teenager. So you've had an interesting career, which did start out in music. In Nashville. I assume that you had already started your music career before you moved to Nashville?
Kinda. I was singing in these a cappella choirs in college, and then met my wife Misty as a result. My whole family, for 4 generations at this point, have met the person they ended up marrying, either singing in a choir or playing an instrument in an orchestra. And then kind of went straight from there to Nashville. And
you had a great career over there.
Yeah.
Did some successful writing.
Yeah, I got to write with Brian White a lot, who is a really marvelously talented drummer, guitar player, singer, songwriter, and had an extraordinary run in the 90s and zeros. And then a lot of songs that we wrote, he did, and then some that he didn't do, like Di Mario did one, Leanne Rimes did one, Rascal Flatts did one that his guitar player and I, Derek George, and I wrote together. So yeah.
So it was a very successful writing career there, and then it all changed.
Yeah, I backed my way into volunteering as a piano player at a campus ministry. And I thought I was helping to start a new service at our congregation, St. John's, down here, just down the road on Broadway, St. John's Lutheran Church. And then it turned out it was actually a campus ministry at the University of Tennessee, and I didn't know anything about that, but I went to help out with a couple of songs, ended up staying for 3 years, and by the end of it was off to seminary to become a pastor. So,
That's a big career change.
Yeah.
Oh, so how many people here in the audience know him as a pastor? There you go.
like half.
He brought the fan club here as well. They're obviously very proud of you there. So tell us a bit about the concert coming up Friday night.
Yes, and this is my old friend Lance Cowan, who just released his second CD of songs that, kind of in the Americana format. And he's had a whole career as a publicist for other artists in blues and rock and things that fit that really well. And he and I are going to give a concert on Friday at our church at St. John's. It'll be in the Fellowship Hall, and it'll be a couple hours of just trading stories, trading songs. It's a $20 admission, which gets you also 2 drinks, either wine or mocktails. We're Lutherans, so we're not concerned about alcohol. Apologies to all who are. And at least our branch of Lutherans aren't concerned about it. Martin Luther brewed his own beer,
I have a story about that. I'll tell you later.
About Martin Luther?
Yes, I have experienced this. Okay, so again, when and where is the concert?
Oh, it is at St. John's Lutheran Church. It's at 544 North Broadway here in Knoxville. It's 6:30 doors open, 7 o'clock concert. And if you want to make a reservation, the website is SJLC, as in St. John's Lutheran Church, Knox, as in Knoxville.org, sjlcknox.org. And if you go to the donate button, there's a place you can get down to the concert and reserve tickets.
JohnTirro.com for more information. Tirro, y'all. This is John Tirro on the WDVX Blue Plate special.
Yeah. All right, well, I was thinking I might play a new song. This is one I wrote with Lisa Ashman. And, there's been a lot of folks have been carrying a lot of loss in the last handful of years. And this was a kind of a sideways way of dealing with it. So, for me, it might be around loss of my dad, loss of a dog, loss of a friendship, loss of various things. Or it might just be a kid's song about a firefly. Summer night full of stars, little lights in the yard. There I was, a mason jar in my hand. Saw you winking in the grass, never did run so fast. Summer fit inside a glass, or so I planned. Fireflies are not hard to catch. Fireflies are not hard to hold, but you must let them go or they die. You are my firefly, held you close to my heart. It was like I held a star. Make a wish and there you are, just for me. Thought a bit of leaf or moss, made a home what home there was, hoping you'd forgive the loss of being free. Fireflies are not hard to catch. Fireflies are not hard to hold, but you must let them take to the sky. summer night full of stars, little lights in the yard. Here I am, mason jar in my All right, well, I'm going to close out with another old one from that I wrote with a guy named Walter Hyatt, who was just a wonder of a gentle man and a brilliant musician. He came in one day with a guitar riff in the key of B, which is not a guitar-friendly key. And it was this up-the-scale thing like this. And I had a story I kind of wanted to tell. And let's see if I can get a lyric sheet just to make sure. I used to make fun of my old boss because he had lyric sheets. Thought, man, if you can't remember your own songs. But after you've written about 800 of them, it gets harder. Highway humming by the railroad track, whole lot of howling from the kids in back. Are we there yet, mama? Are we there yet, mama? Gonna be at least a little while. Are we there yet, mama? Another half of my child. 8 miles back, there's a no good man. Never gonna let him touch the kids again. Are we there yet, mama? Are we there yet, mama? Gonna be at least a little while. Are we there yet, mama? Another half of my child. Tears in her eyes, everything else in the trunk. Trying to make a getaway in this piece of junk. They broke down just out of Bowling Green. Gas attendant making passes she don't need. Are we there yet, mama? Are we there yet, mama? Gonna be at least a little while. Are we there yet, mama? Another half of my come a long way. Not much a woman can't do today. But are we there yet, mama? Are we there yet, mama? Could it be at least a little while? Are we there yet, mama? Another half a mile. Highway humming about the railroad track. Oh, a lot of howling from the kids in back. There yet, mama? Be at least a little while. Are we there yet, mama? Another half of my child. Are we there yet, mama? Another half of my child. Are we there yet, mama? Another half of my child. Are we there yet, mama? Another half.
That's John Tirro on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. More information can be found at johntirro.com, Tirro. Feel free to shake and howdy with him after the show and thank him for being here with us. Again, the concert is Friday with Lance Cowan at St. John's Lutheran Church. That's at 7 o'clock. And sjlc.com for more information. So support for the WDVX Blue Plate Special comes from Barley's Taproom and Pizzeria on Jackson Avenue in Knoxville's Old City. It's home of the Big Plate on Fridays. And by Modelo Especial and Corona Extra. Additional support comes from Visit Knoxville. So coming up tomorrow on the Blue Plate Special, March to August will be here with us, along with Luke Israel. And you can find more information about that by visiting our website at WDVX.com. Donnie and the Dry Heavers will be with us on Friday for the Big Plate, and U.S. Appalachian Strings will be here on Saturday. You can find all that information and more at WDVX.com. So once again, Kirk Lawson is here with us today. He's set up back here in the back of the room. And Kirk is the artist on location here at Visit Knoxville. He's part of 30 juried artists from around the country who will be doing live art all week long in preparation for a show and art show sale to benefit the Knoxville Museum of Art. That will happen Saturday at the KMA there from 5:30 to 8:30. There'll be somewhere between 90 and 200 brand new paintings up for viewing and for sale, and it all goes to benefit the Knoxville Museum of Art. So feel free to stop by and shake and howdy with him after the show and check out his art from today's performances, as well as he's got plenty of information if you want to learn more about what's going on around town this week with all the artists. So as we roll forward with today's show, guys, I apologize. What's home base for you? Where's home base for Fall Lift?
We're based in the Charlotte, North Carolina area.
All right, y'all give a great big welcome to Fall Lift, back to the Blue Plate Special.
Thank you.
Smoke is rising, trying to find the shelter from the storm. Fear is rising, trying to find the shelter from the norm. Am I wasting my time? Am I wasting my life? I'm not wasting my time. I'm not wasting my life. Smoke is rising, trying to find the shelter from the storm. Fear is rising, trying to find the shelter from the trying to find the shelter. Am I wasting my time? Am I wasting my life? Am I wasting my time? Am I wasting my life?
Thank you guys so much. That was a song that Stephen wrote while he was out on the Appalachian Trail about our inner doubt and some of the choices we make sometimes. He was heading about 8,000 feet up day one, and a massive rainstorm hit.
It was a rough first day. Like 8 miles up 3,000 feet.
Excuse me.
And it was 2020, and the band I was in couldn't play, and I was just like, uh-oh, I have not made a good decision in life to pursue music or tackle this mountain. What is going on?
It's okay. We all have some inner doubts.
We got through it, though.
Oh, yeah. This next tune, it's off our first EP, Sunday Sessions. Stephen and I got together in 2020 when neither of our bands could start touring again. And we still wanted to write, we still wanted to make music, and so we started writing together each Sunday. That's how we came up with the EP name, Sunday Sessions. And at one point, we got in a little argument, as folks do, and that's okay. But as musicians, we weren't sure how to talk about our apologies, so we just sat down the next morning and wrote a song about it. And so this is a song apologizing to each other, because sometimes that's all you need. This is called The Fallout. I'm sorry for the things that I said. I can't make it simpler than that. I won't bury in my rhymes or make you read between the lines. Wanna say this as clear as I can. I won't hide it in my poetry. I won't pack it with nuance. I won't let you second guess if I mean it or not. So I'll hold my pride. I'll say it till my little face turns red. Then I'm sorry if I hurt you with the things that I said.
I'm sorry for the things you had to hear. I was running my mouth too much after those fears. Blinded by the good times, disguised under stage lights. And if we wanna move forward, let's start right here. I don't want to wake up to some different morning tone. Is the price we pay for silence, being alone? So I'll try my best and say it. My pride will try and fade it. My love, I'm sorry for the things that I've done.
The hardest part isn't the fight, it's the fallout. Peace takes love and someone willing to be let down. Darling, we've come too far not to give it our best now. So please hear me when I say the hardest part isn't the fight, it's the fallout. Peace takes love, someone willing to be let down.
darling, we come too far not to give it our best now. So please hear me when I say yeah. I don't want to wake up to some different morning tones. It's a price we pay for silence, being alone. So I'll try my best, I'll say it to my pride, I'll try and fade it. My love, I'm sorry for the things that I've done. My love, I'm sorry for the things that I've done.
This is Fall Lift with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. For most of us, it's just easier to say I'm sorry than to write a song. So you don't have to say I'm sorry, but good job, y'all. You figured it out. So, thanks for being here with us today. So currently, you all have a project out there called Questions I Can't Ask. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, I believe that was
Okay.
our last single.
The,
right?
Yep.
the last single. This sort of seems like to be a theme about in your music, to write about things you have a hard time talking about.
Yes.
Is this
It's true.
Am I seeing a pattern here?
Yeah, I like to say that as songwriters, we have the privilege and the opportunity to write about things that are hard to communicate sometimes.
So what is your all's writing routine? Are you spontaneous writers, or do you work to sit down and focus on a project?
I was actually talking to John about this earlier. I like to call it song catching. I would call it more spontaneous. We usually have a running track of things that we could write about. And if we have a free moment to sit down and try, we'll try and knock something out. But a lot of times, for me at least, I don't know if you would agree, Stephen, it's more of just like, man, this is in my head right now, and I have to stop everything I'm doing to get it out. So I will put aside my whole day to do a song.
Now, do you all write together, or do you write individually?
Both.
Yeah. I would say more individually, because that's just kind of been our nature even before we met. But working together has been like just a new muscle to work out in your brain, and it's just been nice to grow in a different direction and share something as sacred as songwriting together.
And also to have ideas. When we're writing a song, I might write, let's say 75% of it, and then he might say, let's put this outro on the end, and it's something I would have never thought to put on. But then it works really well, so it's cool to have that extra input.
Have you ever written with somebody else,
Yeah.
someone else coming in with y'all and writing?
Have we had a co-write with someone else? Kind of. We've had one or two.
Maybe not officially.
Not officially, but usually just an impromptu, like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. We've both co-written with other people in the past. Yeah.
Okay. Well, they have merch available here in the house, and we do encourage our audience to shake and howdy with our performers and thank them for being here with us today and making some music for us. Saturday, they'll be up in Arkansas in falllift.com for more information. It's easier to say Fall Lift than to spell Fall Lift, because there's 3 L's in Fall Lift when you write it out as one word, and you feel like you've misspelled something, but you haven't. There are 3 L's.
We like to say
In a
it's 2
row.
words just put them together.
Falllift.com for more information, y'all. This is Fall Lift on the WDVX Blue Plate Special.
Hold on, darling, it'll all be over soon. One lifetime's not enough to get to know you, Geronimo. Geronimo.
1, 2, 3, 4. You came walking swiftly, no trail, no trace to find, heavy as hell and quiet as night. Found a scent to follow, a path to a new life, waiting and waiting and waiting through the dark side, the dark side.
But Tom thinks we're free falling, but I got reason to believe that we're all just calling out through the darkness. Beacons of lightness. So do you wanna come with me? Soaring at light speed.
Geronimo,
Geronimo.
Geronimo,
Geronimo.
Geronimo,
Geronimo.
Geronimo.
Hold on, darling, it'll all be over soon. Red had a really good point about us writing about things that are hard to talk about. That's the cool part about putting it into a song. It's less of a conversation because no one's talking back to you. Speaking of, this next song is Questions I Can't Ask. We wrote this song essentially to our ex-partners because they deserve nice things. No, we both came from situations where we didn't get a lot of closure from the situation itself. And that's okay, because we're songwriters and we get to write our own closure. So we did. We wrote it into a tune. And this is called Questions I Can't Ask.
how's the wine? Is there a bitter taste? After all this time, did you smell the smoke? Did the fires come? Do you think of me when the nights get cold? Some peace. I know that I've got nothing here to grieve. Even so, you cross my mind and memory. Yeah, the love we gave will not stay buried. Stay buried. Stay buried.
I can't ask, like where's your head at? Am I on your mind? How's the coast? Did you learn to fly? Nights are cold, there is someone by your side. Is someone by your side? 'Cause I hope you find some peace. 'Cause I know that I got nothing here to grieve. Even so, you cross my mind and memory. Yeah, the love we gave will not stay buried.
This is our last tune. Thank you guys so much for being here.
It's cool. Yes, it is their last tune, but before they do that, we want to thank everyone for being here today and want to invite you back to join us again tomorrow. March to August, we'll be here along with Luke Israel. You can always find out who's heading in our direction by visiting our website at WDVX.com. Once you get there, just click on that box that says Blue Plate Special. It's going to take you over to a calendar. It's going to tell you who's coming, and it's going to link you over to the performers' website as well. How about one more round of applause for John Tirro, the first half of the show here today. Like I said, we always encourage our audience just to chat it up with our performers and thank them for being here with us today. Fall Lift has merch available over at the merch table as well. And of course, Kirk's back there with his paintings. You can chat it up with him afterwards also. So thanks so much for being here with us, y'all. Oh, one last thing I might want to mention. Back there, Robert's got our little love bucket back there. WDVX is a listener-supported radio, community radio, and if you like what we do, a little love in the bucket helps us keep the good music going. Fall Lift with us here today. Thank you all so much for being here with us. Will you leave us with the last tune?
I suppose so. Thank you so much for having us back. We enjoyed coming here so much the first time. We had to come back a second time, so we appreciate it. This last song is unreleased. We just finished recording it. The recorded version will sound a little different. We had a good friend of ours. His name is Blues. He is a multinational award-winning spoken word poet. He participated in recording this with us. Obviously, we will not have his parts today, but we can't wait to share the full version with you. This tune is called All Salt. We're Fall Lift. We'd love to meet you after the show, and thanks everybody for listening out there.
Where do I send my rage when every day's an event for a new age? How long are we gonna wait for the top to make a change? These trickle-down economics ain't living up to what we promised. Yeah, the lakes run dry and the beds all salt, but they still made money on the drought. Ain't red, it ain't blue, it ain't black, it ain't white, it ain't you against me, it ain't worth the fight. We all stick together or we all die. Together or we all die. Ain't red, it ain't blue, it ain't black, it ain't white, it ain't you against me, it ain't worth the fight. We all stick together or we all die. Together or we all die. Poison in the water, poison in the food. Careful with the doctors that poison you too. Keep you unhealthy, they keep you unstable. There's no revolution if people aren't able. Fight amongst yourselves. It's us you can trust and no one else. We promise. How long do you try and reason with them? When I say burn it down, I mean the whole damn system. Ain't red, it ain't blue, it ain't black, it ain't white, it ain't you against me, it ain't worth the fight. We all stick together or we all die. Together or we all die. Ain't red, it ain't blue, it ain't black, it ain't white, it ain't you against me, it ain't worth the fight. We all stick together or we all die. Together or we all die. Where do I send my rage when every day's an event for a new age? How long are we gonna wait for the top to make a change?
That's Fall Lift. Thank y'all. Join us again next time for more real live music on the Blue Plate Special.